It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Casey Auto Group, Subway, and Bayport Credit Union.
It began in August with summer practice, 10 weeks of regular season games, and now 2 weeks of playoffs tonight. The Final Four in each class battle for the regional final on the season finale of Friday Night Flights. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Rader. Which teams go home? Which teams move on to next week's regional finals with the winners headed to the States? That's the story tonight. And we begin with a barn burner in Class 6. The top seed, Oscar Smith, taking on Landstown. From Virginia Beach, Brian Parsons joins us with the game of the week.
Always a spectacle at Oscar Smith. The Tiger Cage, the players, as always, came out pumped, but perhaps a little too pumped tonight. First quarter, Oscar Smith takes the lead on the short touchdown run by Tyvon Norfleet. That made it 6-0 Tigers. And still in the first quarter, Ian Vasco, the sophomore quarterback, to Amonte Jones. 55 yards to the house. Oscar Smith with a 13-9 lead, but back comes Landstown. After a Lukeman Haskett interception, Haskett going to get into the end zone. Chris Price with the touchdown pass, and it was 13-9 Oscar Smith at the half, but the momentum was with Landstown. Third quarter, Oscar Smith driving. The ball comes loose. It's on the ground, but Ian Vasco recovers it in the end zone to give the Tigers a 20-9 lead, but Landstown would not go away. Jalen Parham, tough run, up the gut, 10-yard touchdown, Landstown within 4 points in the fourth quarter. The Eagles would have one final chance, last play of the game, and they have to go for the Hail Mary, but it comes up just short. Oscar Smith survives a serious scare in the Class 6 Region A semifinal, but they hang on for a 20-16 win over Landstown. In Chesapeake, Brian Parsons for Friday Night Flights.
Wow, Brian, that was close. In the other Class 6 region semifinal, Thomas Dale making the trip from Richmond to take on Ocean Lakes. Both teams 8-3. Thomas Dale had the ground game going early. Quarterback Josiah Williams keeps it himself, bursts through the line, slides his way into the end zone to put the Knights up early. Ocean Lakes struggled offensively. Thomas Dale on the move again. This time, Williams is going to hand it off to Christopher Tyree, who breaks it outside and flies past the entire Dolphins defense for the 60-yard touchdown. Ocean Lakes back on offense after an interception, and it sums up the night for the Dolphins. Kobe James can't handle the snap, falls on it in the end zone for the safety. Josiah Williams with 3 touchdowns tonight. Devin Allen did have a 51-yard touchdown run for Ocean Lakes in the final seconds, but the 2-seed Ocean Lakes falls to the 3-seed Thomas Dale 36-6. So here's how the Class 6 Region A championship game looks. It's going to be Thomas Dale from the Richmond area making the trip to Hampton Roads to take on Oscar Smith for the region crown and a trip to the state playoffs. Now, in the very competitive Class 5, unbeaten Salem hosting 10-1 Woodside. Nathan Epstein was at the Sportsplex in Virginia Beach. He has the highlights. Nathan.
The Woodside Wolverines looking to send a message and send Salem home with its first loss of the season. Third quarter, Woodside and White down by 7, backed up on its own 2-yard line, and there goes Tyler Thompson, shot out of a cannon, 98 yards. He'll go all the way to the house. Extra point no good, so Salem still leads it 14-13. To the fourth quarter, 5 minutes left to play. Salem just trying to run out the clock. Backwards pass is fumbled and recovered by the Wolverines. They're still alive, and we still got a game. 1 minute, 3 seconds left to play. Wolverines have third down and 15. Quarterback Khalif Johnson completes. Ricky Key Jr. puts on the moves, 24 yards. He's into the end zone. Wolverines take the lead, but 2-point try is no good. Still a minute left for Salem. Last 40 seconds. Woodside playing prevent. Salem coach Sean Wilson calls the screen. Lex Henry, can you believe it? 62 yards into the end zone. Game winner. Salem survives on an incredible finish. 21-19 the final.
Unbelievable.
What was that like when you saw that opening and you saw the end zone ahead of you?
All I got to do is just run the ball as fast as I can, track race, speed race.
Called him up, told him to keep the heads up. The game wasn't over. Keep on fighting. So we ran 2 plays, scored a touchdown.
From Virginia Beach, Nathan Epstein for Friday Night Flights.
Thanks, Nathan. Never give up. In the other Class 5 region semifinal, will anybody be able to beat Maury? Tonight, taking on Nansemond River, the Maury defense would strike first. Darian Barner with the hit. DeJean Evans picks it up and heads to the end zone. Maury has a defense to go with that incredible offense this year. Nansemond River gets on the scoreboard. A 28-yard run by Elijah Askew, and then the Maury offense would explode with 57 unanswered points. We don't have enough time to show you all the scores. E.J. Gibson to Deshaun Peel. He's off to the end zone. Nobody's going to touch him. E.J. Gibson, 279 yards in the air. The pass to Penn State-bound Cam LeBourne, and now he breaks a tackle, and LeBourne would find the end zone for another Maury touchdown. Micah Coakley on defense. He had 2 forced fumbles, 3 tackles, a sack for a safety. Keandre Lambert, he's the one going to Penn State, with a touchdown catch and a 67-yard touchdown return for a fumble as the Commodores win 64-8. What a matchup we have for the Class 5 Region 8 championship. Maury and its high-powered offense against Salem and its stifling defense. And listen to this, some big news out of Richmond. The 4-time Class 5 state champions Highland Springs lost to Verina tonight. That's a huge upset, so there will be a new state champion in Class 5. I'm guessing it's coming from Hampton Roads. In Class 4, Lake Taylor led by the sensational Malik Newton, a playoff powerhouse in recent years, at home against Warwick from Newport News. Now, the Raiders defeated Hampton last week for their first playoff win in 29 years. And, we talk about how great Lake Taylor's Malik Newton is on offense. Well, he can also play defense. This is the first play from scrimmage. Newton with the interception, and he's going to take it back 38 yards for the touchdown. Malik Newton, he can do it all. And who says special teams don't win football games? Terrion Washington Jacobs and Avon Booth blocks the Warwick punt. Dallas Sproul picks it up and runs it in for the score. Jeff Foster got the go-ahead touchdown tonight. He ran for 86 yards. Lake Taylor wins to move on to the region championship. In the other Class 4 region semifinal, Scott Abbott and Chris Omahan in Chopper 10, Churchland hosting Kingsport. Just before halftime, Kingsport was leading 8-0 when Truckers quarterback Donardo Harrison scrambles around, is able to find Nashawn Bunch in the end zone for the score. Now the Churchland defense then would step up in the second half as the Trucker star player Kenny Gallup Jr. picks off this pass. And what does he do? What he always does. Finds the end zone and then scores on offense, leading to Kenny scoring the touchdown run, giving the Truckers the lead. He wasn't done, taking the handoff to the outside, makes a nice cut, and gallops in for the score. I love saying that. Churchland running back George Wise would also score the final touchdown of the game. Great showing by the Churchland defense as well as the Truckers shut out Kingsport in the second half and go on to win 27-8. So the Class 4 Region A championship game is set. An all-Eastern District showdown between Churchland and Lake Taylor. The Truckers, who won their first ever playoff game last week, will try to make it 3 in a row next week against the Titans. But remember, Lake Taylor beat them in the regular season by 12. When we come back, unbeaten York and 10-1 Phoebus battle in the Class 3 semifinals. Welcome back, everybody, to our special playoff edition of Friday Night Flights. We now turn our attention to Class 3, a very intriguing matchup. Undefeated York taking on Phoebus. The twist here, Phoebus making a rare appearance at Bailey Field. Now, that's a stadium that gives the home team a decided advantage because the York fans, well, they show up in full force, and the Falcon faithful were there to cheer the team on as usual. Opening offensive drive, though, for Phoebus. They're going to march down the field, and junior Anthony Turner will finish it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. So we move to the second quarter, and it's the Falcons' turn to do the same thing. Jaden Flood Brown would take it in for the score. Now, he would get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for taking his helmet off, and then the Falcons missed the extra points. Later in the half, Phoebus would score another short touchdown to take the lead. And then here they're back on offense at their own goal line. Flood Brown picks off Chris Daniels. Now, that would lead to an offensive touchdown by who else? Flood Brown. And York would cut the lead to 2 at halftime, but the Phantoms would run away with it in the second half. Anthony Turner just absolutely blowing by everybody at the beginning of the second half to extend the Phantoms' lead, and then he would add another touchdown for good measure after the quarter, and Phoebus would win it 41-18. Norcom will play Hopewell tomorrow in the other Class 3 region semifinal, so Phoebus will play the winner of that game next week in the region championship. Class 2 Region A semifinal, Poquoson and King Williams. Tough night for the Islanders. Lance Alfonso to Demon Claiborne for the King Williams score. Poquoson was down 17-0. The Islanders trying to make something happen. Nathan Mann muscles his way through the defense, but coughs up the ball. Kings Williams recovers, and on the very next play, Kings Williams with another touchdown. Poquoson's season would come to an end. The Islanders fall to King William 46-20. In Class 1, Region B, Sussex Central moves on after beating Alta Vista 54-29. While Franklin is eliminated, the Broncos lose to the Riverheads Gladiators. We'll be right back. Well, that wraps up another season of Friday Night Flights. But before we lead, congratulations to the Cox girls volleyball team. They beat North Stafford tonight for the Class 5 championship. And the Kellam girls volleyball team beat W.T. Woodson in 4 sets to win the Class 6 state title. The 25th ranked Virginia Tech Hokies are also still in the running to win the ACC Coastal Division. But first, they have to beat Pittsburgh on Saturday, and 12 players will be honored during Senior Day at Norfolk State tomorrow when the Resurgent Spartans host South Carolina State. If NSU wins and North Carolina A&T loses, the Spartans would clinch a share of the MEAC championship. So everybody go out and root on the Norfolk State Spartans. So that wraps up another season of Friday Night Flights. But of course, we'll be following all of our local teams through to the state championships. And it wraps up my 47th year covering high school football in Virginia. And God willing, we'll be back again next year. Have a great weekend, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. Good night.